that tradition, the original tradition is in here, but there is another tradition that Papa just informed me about. Thank you. I was ready to take a nap. But then he told me there's another tradition called Tomara, and we've started to work on this. These are songs that Papa doesn't know how many other griots know. And so it looks like we're in the process of making a new CD about this. And this is the first poem we're working on. It's called Bakatato, which translates as the goat of all calamity. I'm going first. You're gonna like this one better. It's an old man who's a cattle breeder. He also keeps some goats and sheep, and he just loved doing that. Now, it happened that he had a lot of goats. But among the male goats, he had one that was a troublemaker. In fact, the whole village knew about this, about the troublemaking goat and his herd, making trouble all the time. And so he got the nickname Pakatato, goat of all calamities. So one day, Maki, the owner of the goat, looked at his goats and said, should I keep this goat? Everybody knows what a troublemaker it is. Not only is he a troublemaker, but everybody knows he's a troublemaker, and that makes him a double troublemaker, at least. So I think I'm going to take this goat of all calamities and head off to the market. La 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 Let me tell you about this goat. Oh, thank you, but I don't think I want to buy that goat. Keeps on walking. Wait a minute, I've changed my mind. No, sorry, can't have this goat. What? Another man. Hey, how much is that? Blah, 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 blah. Same thing happens. Sorry, cannot buy. Blah, blah, blah. Third man. Blah, 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 blah. I'll buy it. But with one question. If I slaughter the goat, will the calamity still stay? Did I say that right? Whatever you want to do is okay. But I can't tell the future. I got time. You know the story. To the back of his house, and he takes out his knife and he slaughters the goat. He takes up his knife and he rests it on top of the goat. He goes out to find somebody to help him to skin the goat because it takes 2 people to skin a goat. Now there were 2 wives in the house, and each one had presented the man with the boy. And the son of wife number 1 had seen him slaughter the goat and was looking at the goat. And then the number 2 son comes to the backyard, and he says to his brother, same father, different mother, what are you doing here? And number 1 says, Dad said there was a goat here, and then he slaughtered the goat. How did he slaughter it? Number one says, you want to know? Number two, yes. Number one, okay, I'll show you. Lie down. So number two lies down, and number one's son kills him, slaughters him like a goat. Now you know how our father slaughtered the goat. And then number two, mother walks by and sees the murder. What's going on here? Why? Why do you slaughter my son, your brother? Well, Dad slaughtered the goat and asked me to help skin him, and I said I can't do this. He went out to get another person to help him skin it. And then your son came in, and he wanted to know how it happened, and I told him, well, if you want to know, lie down and I'll show you. And then the number two mother got very angry. She picked up a big stick, and she started to make this silent noise that grows into a rage. And then she picked up a bigger stick, and she ran at son number one and hit him so hard, and he fell down, and he was dead too. What are you laughing at? Then the younger brother, Maki's younger brother, went out and said, where have you been? I was trying to find somebody to help me to skin this goat. You don't know? No, I don't. Well, come with me. And they went to the backyard, and there they saw number two slaughtered, and son number one slaughtered as well. Your home is gone, said the man. My home is gone. That goat is still the goat of all calamity. Now I'll take that carcass and throw it in the river to rid ourselves of it. So, what happened next? Is an old well covered with grass. It's too bad he didn't know about the old well covered with grass.